This is the Roulette Master, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe by hitting the red subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. Also ring that bell for notifications because I have new content releasing every single day of the week at 8 a.m. And for today's system, this was sent in by one of my subscribers, Jeffrey Eisenberg. And I'm going to go ahead and read you what he says at the beginning of this, and then I'll share with you his progression. He says, here's a new roulette strategy that I developed earlier today. Tried it on several demos with great success. I will call it the How Low Can You Go strategy. It is a progression which is somewhat risky, playing only 7 numbers, but the rewards are great, especially if you hit the key 3 numbers later in the progression. This is for a single zero wheel, which you start placing dollar bet on the corner that covers 0, 1, 2, 3. Then you place another dollar on the 1 through 6 double street. Since 1, 2, 3 are covered in both bets, they are the key payoff numbers. 4, 5, and 6 are the lower payouts, and 0 is somewhere in between. Each hit, you start over at the first progression, and here is the progression. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's put those bets out where he says to, and let's get started. So the first 3 are going to be this single dollar, and we're just going to rebet those. So this is the second one, and it's just a repeat of the first bet. Okay, same thing one more time. And you can see we're down $4 now. Okay, after 3 losses at that, we're going to go ahead and increase those to $2 each and spin. Okay, so now we're down $10, and you can see that last bet was $2 each, so now we go to $3 each. So we're just going to add 1 to each. Okay, we lost that one. Now we're down $16, and we're going to add 1 more. So $4 on each of those bets. And I think we hit one. Okay, we did. So that just got us back to 0, though. Let's try this again because we're supposed to start back over once we hit. And let's go ahead and spin again. Okay, and one thing to look at here is, again, that the 1, 2, 3 are the key numbers. So that's why we didn't win much, or we got back just to where we started, was because we hit the 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're on our second spin of the $1 bet on each. Okay, so now we're on our third. We're minus $4. Okay, and you see we our last bets were $1 each, so now we're going to go to 2, and let's do that. So 2 on each. So obviously you want to hit the 1, 2, 3 is what you want to hit. And it looks like the 0, 4, 5, and 6 just kind of keep you in the game. And now you can see we bet 2 each on that one. So the next one's going to be 3. Okay. So now we're down 16. The next one's going to be 4 in the progression. Okay, and then after 4, we're going to go to 6. So we're going to add 2 more. We're down $24. Okay, now we're going to add 3 more. for 9 each. We're down $36. Okay, and again we hit one of the numbers that's not the key numbers, but it got us back to 0 again. So time to start over. We need to hit that 1, 2, 3. So we're back to $1 again and $1. So $2 bet. Start the progression over. Then here in a minute I'm going to share the entire progression. Okay, that's our first of the $3 ones. We're -2. So he says that, Jeffrey says that it's going to really pay off when we get later in the progression and we hit a 1, 2, and 3. So we hit another one, but we're only up $2 right now, so we start over. So basically we're waiting for the 1, 2, or 3 to hit. And let's start again. Okay, now we're on to the second one. Okay, one more, add a single dollar each. And we hit another one of those numbers, but not one of the key ones. So we're up $2 and we're going to restart again. So this is definitely slow moving, but remember too, any of these systems like this, you can use larger amounts. Like on this one, you could start with 10 on each. And let's see. Let's go ahead and do that for fun just to see what would happen on this one, because it's this exact same system. We would just start with 10 on each instead of 1. And then when I go over the progression, sorry about the pop-up there. When I go over the progression, you can always just go back to the single dollar as well. But I like playing for a little bit more than $1, so let's put 10 on each and restart. And again, the progression is exactly the same. It's just going to be times 10. So we lost the first one. Again, we have 3 chances at this one. And we're -18. Okay, there's the second one. And I will say that the way he does it, there's only a $400 risk. So I'll go over that more in a second as well. We have one more chance at 10 each. Okay, so we're up $32 now by hitting the 0. So we're going to restart. Again, the first ones are 1, 1, 1 or 10, 10, 10. And look, we hit another one. Okay, not one of the key numbers, but that got us up to where we're up $72. And what I was saying before, though, when I go over the entire progression, you realize it's a $400 possible loss if you go through all these this really long progression. So if you did use $10, it would be 10 times that, or $4,000. So let's remember that. Okay, we just hit a 4, which again is not a key number, but we're up $112. We're still waiting for one of those key numbers to hit. Oh, another 4. Wow, okay, we'll take that, even though it's not the big one. We're up 152 now. Alright, but still waiting for 1, 2, or 3. And obviously this is a game where you want to cash out when you hit a 1, 2, or 3, unless you have already lost a lot or you want to keep going, that's fine too. And you can see that last one we lost, so we're going to rebet. This is our second one of these. And again, there's 3 at $10. Okay, so we have one more. We're at 112 now. I'm kind of excited to see what happens when we do hit a 1, 2, or 3 here. if we do. You never know when you're playing roulette. Okay, so let's see here. That was our third $1 or $10 one, so we're going to go to $20 each. We're up 92 right now. Okay, now we're going to go to 30 each. We're up 52. Okay, now we're going to go to 40 each. We're minus 8 now. So now we really need to hit that 1, 2, or 3 eventually. And he says if you hit it later in the progression, it really pays off. So I look forward to that if it does happen later. And we had 40 each there. Now we're down $88. The next one's going to be 60 each. I'm glad we're getting a bunch of losses so you can see this long progression. Okay, there's another loss at 60 each. So now we're minus 208. And now we're going to go to 90 each. Or if you're still playing dollars, you're at $9. Big difference though, right? But exact same progression. Just take it times 10. Okay, so you can see there we bet 90 each. We lost. We're at minus 388. The next progression would be 140 each. Okay, we lost again. Now we're at minus 668. Or if we were playing for dollars, that'd be 66. So 140. After the 140, it goes to 210. Or if we were doing this with dollars, it'd be 21. Okay. And he did say this was kind of risky, so I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys think about it. But you never know. Maybe we'll finally hit the 1, 2, or 3 later in the progression. We're down to 1,088 now. And you can see that last one was $420, or so that was $210 each, and or $21 each if you're playing dollars. The next one's $310 each. So let's do that. I probably should have stuck to dollars the way that he said, but this is a little bit more exciting, and either way, you guys get to see the progression. Okay, we hit a 6. And that got us back up, actually, even though we didn't hit a key number. Okay, that's interesting. So I'm going to keep going here, but I will let you know the rest of it since we're close, even though this is a really long progression. That was at 310. The next one would have been 470 each. And then the one after that, the last one, he says you put 70 on the part that's the 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 50 on the double street for the last chance. And like again, if you do it with dollars, the most you can lose is 400 total, even if you go all the way through the progression. But let's start back over. We still haven't hit a 1, 2, or 3 yet, so I'm kind of I don't want to stop until I hit a 1, 2, or 3, because that's the whole idea of Jeffrey's little system here, is that when you hit the 1, 2, or 3, it's going to pay off. So let's keep going. Okay, that was our first, and again we go 3 times. Okay, this is our second time. Okay, we hit a 6 again. Still haven't hit a key number, but we're up $172, so we restart. And 0, that's good with this system. It's a $70 win. We're up 242. Okay, so let's start over again. Still waiting for a key number to hit though after this long time. Okay, so that's the first one we lost. Now we're on to the second bet. Okay, now we're on to the third at a $10 or a dollar, whichever you have a bankroll for. We finally hit one. Okay, and he says if it does happen later in the progression, it pays off more. Sorry about the pop-up here. I'll get rid of that. There it goes. Okay. Again, sorry about that. And now we're up $332. But he says if that happens later in the progression, where you hit a 1, 2, or 3, it really pays off. So, anyway, I'm glad Jeffrey shared this with me, and let me know what you guys think about this. He does say it's a little risky, and I'm sure some of you will say that in the comments, that betting 7 numbers is pretty risky, and it is, but he says it does pay off for him when he does hit it, and it probably makes it a little bit more fun. So let me know what you think of his system. And again, if you play with dollars, it's a $400 buy-in. If you did play with $10 on each of those, it's a $4,000 buy-in. So big difference there. And again, if you have a system that you're using, just like Jeffrey does here, please send it in. I would love to showcase it on the channel. That's the most fun part for me, is seeing all these new systems come in on my email or messages, however you guys send them. He sent this one in by email, but I get a lot of systems just in the comments. So feel free to just let me know what you're doing, and then I'll showcase it on the channel. The community can see what they think, and you can get a lot of feedback on it. And it's always fun seeing new systems and finding something that works. And along the way, we find a few that aren't good, and that's okay too, because just like brainstorming, when you're thinking of new ideas, that the only way you're going to find one that's really good is to throw everything on the table, and that's what we're doing here. And let me know what everyone thinks down in the comments, as always. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit the red subscribe button down in the lower right hand corner. Also ring that bell for notifications, because I have new content releasing every single day of the week at 8 a.m. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day.